Hey, welcome to another edition of Backyard Grilling, and it's summertime outside, and today we're going to make one of my summertime favorites, and that's tinfoil dinners, or hobo dinners, you could call them. I've heard some people call them that. They're super simple, they're super fast, they don't make a mess, and you can pretty much make them on any type of grill. If you have a charcoal grill, you can use a charcoal grill. You can use gas grill. You can even make them at the lake on a campfire. So let's go ahead and get started with our first tinfoil dinners. We're gonna make a couple different kinds. First one that we're gonna do is kind of a Cajun shrimp type one. Seen it a lot on the internet here lately. The first thing that you need is tinfoil. That's why they call them tinfoil dinners. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put our tinfoil out, and we're gonna use a couple different types of things in this first one. We're gonna use some andouille sausage, we're gonna use some shrimp, some potatoes, and then we're gonna also put some heat in there with some jalapeno peppers and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of set a cutting board on this to the side so it doesn't blow away. And the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut up some andouille sausage. And we're gonna kind of cut them up in somewhat small pieces because they're gonna cook better on the grill if they're in a little smaller pieces. And that really goes with the potatoes that we're gonna do too. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna do one whole one here. Okay, here's our sausage. So we'll go ahead and we'll put our sausage in there. Now like so. And then we're gonna do some potatoes. I'm gonna use some red potatoes. And like I said, I wanna cut these up pretty small because if we don't cut them up pretty small, then it's gonna take a little bit longer for them to cook. So I'm just gonna kind of cube them up. I went ahead and I kind of cleaned up my potatoes with the potato peeler and just kind of took out some of the bad spots. And you know, this is what I was talking about with easy. I mean, you can do it this way, or you can even buy, and we'll kind of show you this a little bit later. We're gonna make some Bratwurst type tinfoil dinners, and I'm gonna use some hash browns. Just undo the package and pour them on. You can't get any easier than that. So we'll go ahead and get our potatoes here cut up. Like I said, we wanna keep them pretty small. Let's do one more. My problem when I make these sometimes is I try to stuff so much in them, they end up huge and they take about an hour to cook. So we'll try to tame it down here a little bit. Looking pretty good on our potatoes. We'll finish this. Okay, so there's our potatoes that we're gonna put in there. See, it's already getting full. All right, then we're gonna do some corn. So basically what I did is I got some corn on the cob, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut off some of the bad ends. And then I'm gonna cut these up into I'm gonna cut this one up in about 3 or 4 pieces. And we're just gonna put them on the end just like that. Okay, simple. We'll put 3 in there. So we have some potatoes, we have our corn. We've got to get some shrimp in there if it's going to be a Cajun style shrimp boil. We're going to put some raw shrimp on top there, about like so. And then we're going to take a little bit of olive oil and we're going to kind of drizzle it over the top. And I'm going to take some Cajun seasoning, or basically what we're using here is just some Old Bay seasoning. And I'm going to kind of sprinkle that on there. About like so. Tell you what, I'm going to cut some onions up. And I'm gonna throw a couple onions on there. We'll make them big enough that you can pick off if you want. And we better put a couple pieces of jalapeno on there. So we'll slice up some jalapeno. Like so. And we'll put a couple slices of jalapeno on there. And that's it. That's simple, simple, simple. We're gonna kind of move this around and get that everything coated with some olive oil and some of our Old Bay seasoning. Just like so. And you don't have to be really careful about folding this up. You just want to fold it up so you pretty much seal it off. And that way, all that steam will stay in there and it'll cook those potatoes and everything. So I'm gonna fold it up about like so. Tell you what, we'll even take another piece, if I can grab it. And we'll go the other way. All right, so this is our Cajun style tinfoil dinner. We're gonna put this on the grill and we're just gonna let it go. We're gonna cook this for about 20 minutes in there. We're just gonna kind of check it, and when those potatoes are done, then we know we're pretty much good to go with that. So I'm gonna put it on the grill. Tell you what, we're gonna take a break. When we come back, I'm gonna clean up my mess and we're gonna make some Bratwurst style tinfoil dinner, so don't go away.
Make a difficult choice an easy one with Cedar View Assisted Living's knowledgeable and caring staff. Your loved one will be professionally taken care of as they transition into their new community. With movies, holiday parties, planned exercises, and games, residents will have opportunities every day to enjoy their time at Cedar View. Multiple room styles are available, ensuring a just right fit for your loved one. Come see Cedar View Assisted Living for yourself next to Sternberg Museum. The care you need, the home you want.
All Faiths Funeral Chapel and Smith Center can help you and your loved ones prepare for a difficult time with pre-arranged funeral planning. Not only will it be a stress reliever during a tough time, it will save your family money by locking in a guaranteed rate so funeral costs will be less of a burden. Pre-arranged funeral plans now have options to make paying for a funeral easier, such as a 3, 5, and 7-year payment option. Call 785-686-4120 or visit allfaithsfuneralchapel.com.
The Rusty Tractor in Kensington offers big city dining with a small town feel. The Rusty Tractor features hand-cut steaks, burgers, wraps, and more, all with generous portions and quality products. The Rusty Tractor is proud to serve the area farming communities and welcomes everyone. Come as you are in your boots and jeans. You'll be right at home. Open daily and conveniently located on Highway 36. For more information, find them on Facebook, or for a full menu, visit rustytractorkensington.com.
If you could, what would you have in your kitchen? The quietest dishwasher? Sure. A big 28 cubic foot refrigerator? Oh yeah. A true convection wall oven? Check. You'll find Frigidaire professional kitchen appliances at Genuine Appliance in Hayes. They have all that, plus real stainless steel for fewer fingerprints and smudges. Frigidaire at Genuine Appliance at 1224 East 27th in Hayes. Your dream kitchen doesn't have to be a dream anymore.
Hey, welcome back to Backyard Grilling, where we're making tinfoil dinners or hobo dinners. We just got done doing a Cajun style one with some shrimp and andouille sausage, some corn on the cob, and some potatoes. So now we're gonna do one, this is one that I make at home a lot, and it's bratwurst with corn and potatoes. So, and that's the cool thing about these tinfoil dinners. You can pretty much do them however you want. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut off my corn. And when we're done with this, I'll show you how simple this can be. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my corn off here. You know what? There we go. So we have our corn we have our potatoes and we have our bratwurst here. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna tear off our tin foil. I'm gonna set it over here to the side and place my corn on there. Okay, so here we have that. Now I'm gonna go ahead, and what I'm gonna do with my bratwurst here is I'm gonna cut it into pieces. And once again, I think that's gonna let it cook a little quicker. So there's one. I'll tell you what, we'll use 2 of them here. Okay, so there we have 2 bratwurst. And then I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna sprinkle some potatoes on here. And there we go, it's that simple. If we want to, we could even grab some onions. I've got some diced onions here that I diced earlier. We could sprinkle some of those on there. And some red peppers. And we'll keep these pretty big, and that way if you're not a big red pepper fan, you can kind of pick them out. So there's our sausage one. We really won't put any oil on it. What we will do is I'm gonna go ahead and just put some salt. I'm gonna put some pepper on here. And I'm gonna put some garlic salt on here. Just like so. So that's pretty much all we're gonna do with this one here. So we've got some brats, we've got some corn, our potatoes, our onions, and it's pretty simple. Now, I'll tell you what, we'll kind of fold this one up. We'll set it here to the side. We're gonna make another one, and this is for the person that's really on the move, trying to get this stuff done. And this is how easy and fast this can be. We're gonna take just a regular frozen hamburger, and instead of using cut up pieces of potatoes, we've just got some Southern style hash browns here, and it's the kind that has the onions and peppers in them. So we're just gonna pour some of that over it. And then instead of using the corn on the cob, we just have some frozen corn, sweet corn, and we're just gonna pour some of that on it. And there we go. We'll put a little bit of pepper on it. Oh, a lot of pepper, I should say. And if we wanted to do something a little different, we could even put some butt rub on there. Just like that. And we're gonna wrap this one up and we'll put this one on the grill too. So we've done a bratwurst one, we've done a hamburger one with potatoes and corn. We've done our shrimp one that we have in there, our Cajun style one. So really easy to do. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and I'll put these on the grill, and when we come back, we'll make a quick blueberry cobbler that we'll kind of do the same way, so don't go away.
Here come the Men in Black trucks for all your home needs.
If you need repairs or a professional to check your home for damage, call the local guys you know and trust at AquaShield Roofing and Construction. Their 5-year warranty will give you the peace of mind you need from a company that will be there to stand behind their work. Call AquaShield Roofing and Construction at 785-475-2533 or visit aquashieldroofing.com today.
The plumber said there's something wrong with my water. It looks like you have hard water. You need a water softener. Let me show you the options we have. Hey, do you guys deliver salt? We sure do. What about drinking water? We have water coolers and drinking water systems. We even have bottled water.
Find us on Facebook and itsbetterwater.com. And remember,
it's not just water, it's better water!
You should never run out of the important stuff.
oh,
Cooper!
Oh man, I gotta go.
If your current wireless plan leaves you at the end of your rope, imagine how you'll feel with Nex-Tech Wireless with unlimited everything. Nex-Tech Wireless gives you the freedom to go as far as you want. Nex-Tech Wireless, something different.
Hi?
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a Trusted Choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Let us shop for you. Contact Rogers & Associate to learn more.
Hey, welcome back to Backyard Grilling, where we're making tinfoil dinners or hobo dinners. Just a little bit of recap. We've made a few different kinds, or 3 different kinds, I should say. We've made some hamburger ones with some hash browns and frozen corn. And then we also did some bratwurst with some potatoes, corn, some onions, red peppers. And then my favorite is the Cajun boil, or the shrimp boil style, with some corn on the cob, some red potatoes, and we've got those all in there going. And now we need a dessert to go with our meal. So we're gonna do a blueberry cobbler, and it's not gonna be on tinfoil, but it will be in a tinfoil pan. So it's about the same thing. So let's go ahead and get started. Very simple to do. Found this actually on Pinterest. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take a can of blueberry pie filling, and we are going to just pour it into our tinfoil baking dish here. Get me a spoon, or I guess a fork will do. Okay, there we go. So we're going to pour that in there, and we're going to cover the bottom. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this right on the grill, and that way it'll start to heat this up a little bit. Okay, so while that's heating up, we're going to make the cobbler part that goes on the top of that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take some simple Bisquick here, and I'm going to put about I'm going to make the shortbread recipe, or like for strawberry shortcake. So we're going to do about 2 cups of that, our Bisquick, and then I'm going to add about 2/3 of a cup of milk. I'm going to take a little bit off of that just because I didn't put as much Bisquick in there as I wanted to, or what the recipe called for. Then we're going to add some sugar to it. And I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut some butter up, and we're going to put some butter in there. Everything's better with butter. So we're going to put about 3 tablespoons of butter in there. And they say that this should be melted, but what we're going to do is I'm going to just use the same fork that we used to. We're going to mix this up. And then I'm going to add my butter in there. I'm going to put a little bit more Bisquick in there. You know, I guess if you followed the directions to a T, you wouldn't probably be adding stuff more and more later. But this is typically how I make my stuff at home, is I just kind of add stuff till I get the consistency that I'm looking for. So, which I'm kind of looking for, like almost a biscuit style, maybe a little softer. So there we go. what we're doing is we're going to cut some of that butter in there. Okay, so there we have our Bisquick. Now then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off our pie filling pan, and I'm going to drop that in there. We'll just take a spoon, and I'm just going to drop these kind of in there. Doesn't have to be anything really special. About like so. So we're gonna put this back on the grill. It's still a little warm from sitting on there. We're gonna put this back on the grill and we're gonna let this cook until those biscuits or that the shortbread on the top gets about golden brown, and then we'll take it off and we'll be good to go. So I'll tell you what, we're gonna let all this stuff kind of cook. We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we'll try it all. So don't go away.
Hey Nex-Tech customers, would you like a chance to win cash prizes and free service? Well, here's your chance to win up to $200. On the first and third Sunday of every month, tune in to Nex-Tech Local 1 at 6 p.m. and play along with Nex-Tech Sunday Funday Bingo. If you miss an episode, don't worry about it. It'll replay every night at 6 p.m. Use your cards included with your Nex-Tech statement or print your own at nextech.com/bingo. Nex-Tech Sunday Funday Bingo is brought to you by these sponsors.
The easiest way for you to get anywhere in the country is the Hayes Regional Airport. Twice daily flights between Hayes and Denver means you are only 45 minutes from over 100 direct flights to get you to your destination as quick as possible. Service from SkyWest has completely changed the flight experience out of Hayes thanks to their 50-passenger jets that include complimentary beverages and an in-flight restroom. With free parking and short security lines, there has never been a better time to use the Hayes Regional Airport. The next time you travel, check Hayes first at flyhays.com to see the time and money you could save.
Hey, welcome back to Backyard Grilling, where we're making tinfoil dinners or hobo dinners. We've got a Cajun style one with some shrimp, corn, potatoes, and then we've also got a bratwurst one and a hamburger one that's really simple to make. The cool thing about these is you guys, you can make them, and if you can, usually when I make them at home, you do a hamburger with corn, and my wife likes some hominy on hers and some green beans, and we put those in there. Maybe my daughter likes something a little different, but everybody can have their own. Mark it on the top so everybody knows which one's theirs. They're really easy to make. So let's go ahead and start to yank these out. We'll take this first one out. I believe this first one will be the shrimp one. Yes. So there we go. And it's that simple. We have our andouille sausage, our shrimp, our corn on the cob. The cool thing about this, you could put this on a paper plate, eat it right out of there. We'll go ahead, dump it on a real plate. There we go. Cajun style tinfoil dinners. That looks good. So that's one. Let's go ahead and try this bratwurst one that we did. There we go. So this one is the bratwurst with corn, some peppers that we put on there. That one looks super good. So as you can see, these are great meals. Now then, what I've been waiting for, and I'm going to try this first before we do everything else, but we have our blueberry cobbler that we made. There we go. So we have our blueberry cobbler with our like biscuit dough that we put on top. Looks really good. Tell you what we'll do. We're going to take a spoon and we're going to just like that. Now then, what would blueberry cobbler be without a little bit of vanilla ice cream? And we've managed to keep this somewhat defrosted. Just like that. So, we want to thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Backyard Grilling. Super easy tinfoil dinners. Give them a shot at home. We'll see you next time.